talked about identifying your prospect's value proposition. Now, how are we going to do that? Our questions are our tools to understanding our customer's value proposition.
Here's one that we all may have experienced. Our boss says, what I want you to do to grow your business is go to a networking event. And they're super fun, kind of like root canals. If you want to make your next networking event a little bit more enjoyable, turn it into a scavenger hunt. See if you can find 10 people and find some things that you want to learn about all 10 of those people. Where do they work? What do they need? What's their background? Where do they go to school? You pick what you want to understand, but turn it into a scavenger hunt. Because if you can do that, 1, you can practice getting to know people. That's needs analysis. And 2, you can actually survive the networking event.
Our tools are open-ended questions. We don't ask close-ended questions because close-ended questions elicit a binary response, which means yes or no. When we ask our customers close-ended questions, we lose time as sellers to think about and position our response. It's easy to know if you're asking an open-ended question or a close-ended question simply by how the question starts. Close-ended questions start with the words did, do, is, will, have, can, are, should, would, and could. If you start your question with one of those words, you're going to be asking a close-ended question. If your question starts with the words who, what, where, when, why, or how, you're going to fundamentally set yourself up for an open-ended question. We want to ask the minimum amount of questions we need to get the maximum amount of information back from our prospect. This idea of effectiveness and efficiency for us as sellers. Now you can ask one question and get 3 questions worth of responses. Instead of saying, do you do delivery? Do you have a uniform program? You might say, what does the delivery program look like at the company? Tell me what the uniform program looks like at the business right now. You can either use a declarative type statement, which is tell me more about this, or you can say, what does it look like? What was your favorite experience about this? Okay, so we've been talking about this idea of not only being effective with our questions, but also being efficient. The best way to be efficient and effective with our questions is to define what we need to know before we start asking questions, right? Our need to know information informs our line of questioning. Here's 3 tips for questions to ask: price sensitivity, operational capacity, and what their timeline is. This will help us understand what we need to know to make a strong recommendation.